Way to go.
Okay, speaker number 2 is LeslieL5. She is working in presentation mastery level 2. Her speech is 5 to 7 minutes, and the title of her speech is Proud to be GG. Please welcome LeslieL5 with Proud to be GG.
When you hear the phrase GG, what do you think of? For sports enthusiasts, it stands for good game. For families, it can mean grandma or great-grandma. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, my name is LeslieL5, and I am proud to be a GG. My definition of GG is gamer girl. Now, for those of you who don't know what a gamer girl is, it is a female who plays video games. Now, there's a lot of controversy these days about violence in video games and all that, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about what video games have done for me in my life. Because believe it or not, there are 3 things that I've learned growing up playing video games and being a GG, a gamer girl. I've learned patience. I've learned hand-eye coordination. But most importantly, I've learned a little bit about family. Now, growing up, I was always a video game enthusiast. The day my father brought home this flat board with 2 little knobs on it from a garage sale, I was hooked. For those of you who aren't familiar, that was the original Pong game. I don't know how many of you actually remember that game, but it was the 2 little knobs on a flat board. You plugged it up to the TV and you had two little lines on the screen and a little ball going back and forth. From there, I graduated into the Atari consoles. Now, those is where I really learned hand-eye coordination and patience. Because has anybody ever played Pitfall? It's one of those adventure games where you have to get the little guy from one side of the jungle to the other. Trying to get over those alligators, I did that for hours and hours and hours. And I had to learn to be patient because that was the only way that I was going to get across those darn alligators. As I got older, of course, I moved on to the different other consoles, Nintendo 60, the Nintendo series, where, of course, Mario, and my favorite, I was always a Zelda fan. I've been a Zelda fan since yay high. I've done pretty much all of them up until some of the modern ones. But again, with them, I learned my hand-eye coordination. Trying to maneuver Link into all these different battles, trying to figure out which buttons, and again, going along with the patience, trying to coordinate my hands and my eyes together, which incidentally helps me today, which is kind of funny. But with the patience and the hand-eye coordination and the Nintendo and the Pong, we graduate finally to what the consoles that we're using today, which my family and I are using, which are the PlayStations. Now, I have 3 boys, a 20, a 21, and a 46-year-old. For those of you who aren't aware, that's my husband. And believe it or not, in this time of trouble, now even before COVID-19 hit, and even before we were all pretty much stuck in the house together, we were playing video games as a family. All 4 of us, well, 3 out of the 4 of us, have PlayStations, and my youngest son has his computer, which he games on. Well, my youngest lives with his mom across town. My eldest stays here with us when he's not at school. But over the last 2 years, while my oldest is in Ohio and my youngest is with his mom, every night for about a year, the four of us were playing online together. And it was our family time. It was a chance for me to get to know my kids. I spent 6 years on a cruise ship and missed the first from ages 6 to 12. So I really didn't get to know them real well. But through the power of the internet and video gaming, I've actually gotten to know my sons a lot better. And I've got to watch them grow not only as gamers, which they are far superior than I am, I must admit, but also to see them as growing young men and watching them develop into the people that they're going to become. But that is our family bonding time. So the patience, the hand-eye coordination, the family time, those are things that gaming has done for me and given me an opportunity to thrive and flourish. And it's something that I plan to do for the rest of my days. Maybe someday they might even call me a quadruple G, a great grandma gamer girl. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Leslie. That was